Good day, one and all. I would like to welcome you to this episode of Kathy, the Scrappin' Crafty Gardener. And today I'm going to be making another 5x7 card based on the last Craft Roulette Design Challenge, which needed to be a flip fold card with the color theme of Main Street. Sorry, someone was at the door. And the element of walk with a random heart. So today I'm going with, when I think of Main Street, since I'm really into history and genealogy and all that, I'm thinking of old vintage photographs, black and white. So that's the colors I'm going with, black, white, and gray today. And let's get started. To make my card today, I'm using black cardstock, which measures 10 inches by 7 inches. And I'm not going to do my usual score down the middle. So I'm going to use my scoring board. And I'm going to crease it at 2.5 inches. Crease it without trying to tear the paper. I'm going to flip it over and crease it again on this side at 2.5 inches. Now, if you have a larger scoring board, you can use that. I have one, but it would take up the whole table here. And we fold it like that. So we put the scoreboard away. I don't need that anymore. And since you usually write your sentiment on the inside of the card, you couldn't see it very well if you wrote on it in black. So I have selected a sentiment from Cricut Design Space that I had it cut out for me. And then I colored it in with my black glitter pen. And I don't know if you can see the glitter. And that's going to go right inside this card, which we can put that down now. I don't know how the weather is where you are today, but today it's sunshiny, looks beautiful, but there's just a bitter nip to the wind. Get that centered here. Okay. And don't worry about anything on the card because this is pretty much going to be covered up. I just need to crease my edges a little bit. Okay, and we can set this aside for now because what I'm going to do is I have cut 2 pieces of white cardstock. These are 2¼ inches by 6¾ inches, and I'm going to put them on each side of my card. And then my flip element will come in later. But I want to show you what we're going to do with these. I'm going to use this brick wall stencil, which I also think of as downtown Main Street with bricks, because my town, most of the buildings are made bricks. So I'm using the Waffle Flower brick wall stencil. Oh, and there's my little rubber stamp. So let's get these inked up. Just grab my... Just going to do a piece of scrap paper for this. And this stencil is, excuse me, larger than my strips are larger than the stencil, but that's okay because I'm only going to put this on the top. And I am going to take some of my Gina K Design Soft Stone. And I'm just going to put this down, and I want to put it down fairly heavily because I want these bricks to stand out. I don't know if my color choices are going to go with Main Street that the contest was thinking about. And I'll put a link to that channel episode in my description box below. So we've got one done. Now I'm going to come over to the other one and put this down. Again, rather heavily. Normally I go light-handed when I'm doing a stencil, but I want these bricks to be in your face. Okay. I'm going to leave that soft stone there for just a moment, because I'm going to take what's left on my brush and just kind of tone down the brightness. I might need a little bit more. Since I went heavy-handed, I pretty much wiped it off. I just want to tone the bricks down, that white in the background, just to soften it a little, to make it look more like an older building. As you can see the difference between the bright over here and the softer tones here. Okay. Now for the bottom that I haven't colored in, I have this cobblestone rubber stamp, and I honestly don't know who made this. It was on a wood block that I took off and put some foam on the back. I'm going to stamp this, and I'm not going to use my stamping platform, which is probably not a great idea, but I'm going to put that down here and just press it in. I'm trying to create a division of a wall and the cobblestone sidewalk. And I'll do that again over here. Okay. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of the soft stone again, and I'm just going to go over the cobblestone. Just like that. Now I'm also going to take some of this craft ink and go over those just a little bit more, and I'll show you why I'm doing that in just a moment. I need it to blend in with another color on the card. And that's it. So I'm going to take one of these panels now, and we can glue this right down on, move everything out of my way here, on the right panel. I just kind of want to center that a little bit. Now on this panel, I need to rubber stamp a message on. And all it says is, it's this little clear stamp, and all it says is remember. And again, I don't remember whose stamp company this is. And I will use my Misty stamping platform for this one. Just to hold that down. Okay, and I'm going to put the remember in the cobblestone. And I'm going to ink that several times with the black. Maybe one more time. Okay. I'm thinking I want a little bit more division between the road or the sidewalk and the street. I have a 1/4 inch scrap of black. I probably should do that on here too. So I will just cut a piece to fit here lengthwise. All right. And we're going to glue that down in place. And I'll use my art glitter glue for that. It just gives a little change. And I'm hoping that looks like it's the bottom of the building. And on this side, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put this down right here. And then I'll just cut this off to match. Try and get it in the same spot. Up a little bit more. There we go. Now we'll trim off the back here. And we can glue this panel down now. Oh, I better cover up my ink. I am terrible about putting covers and caps on. Which I can see from my glue right now. Put that cap on. And then this is going to go on this side. Okay, now for the element I'm going to add. And why I was thinking of this street is I had this old picture. I'll show you this. This was a store that was in my small town, and I printed it out, but my cartridge ran out of ink, so I had to redo it. And while I was looking at that, I thought, you know, I just want the window portion. So I enlarged the window, and then I cut out the size I wanted using these infinity dies. But if you don't have the dies, this picture measures 4 by 4 inches. Yes, 4 by 4 inches. So we can set these aside. And now we're going to make our store window. I have this black background, which is using the largest die on here. And that measures, I can tell better this way, 4 1/4. So 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And that's going to go right across here. Then I'm going to glue down this piece of white just to add a little bit, oops, of sturdiness, because this is going to be the flap of the card. And this also measures 4 by 4 inches. My mind goes in different places when I think of these challenges, and it kind of, it's a challenge for sure. All right, and then this is going to go right on top of that white. Now, to make it look more like a window, I cut a piece of acetate, and that's going to go right on top of here, but I'm not going to glue that down. It's just going to sit in here. Then I cut the outer frame. It's also 4 by 4 inches, but I think I went down another size to cut out the center. You might need a die for this part, unless you're really good at, you could draw lines and cut it out from the middle. So now we'll just glue down the frame. And I put a lot of glue on, so it might come out onto the acetate, which will be okay since I can just wipe it off with a wet one. And then this will go on top of the frame. I guess I am going to have to tack that frame down, the acetate, because otherwise it's not going to stick. I didn't think that far ahead. All right. Yeah, I got to trim my acetate even. And I did get glue. So where the frame is where, you know, I'm going to use double-sided sticky tape instead of more glue. Because this frame is wide enough that the tape strip will fit right behind it. And this is just a generic roll of sticky tape. No particular name brand that I can recall. This card is a lot about remembering. I like to think the older you get, the more your mind just fills up with stuff. So, yeah, of course you are going to forget things. Probably should have put this on the back of the frame also. That would have saved some of the glue going onto the acetate. But, so you have learned a lesson from me, I hope. Keep glue away from acetate if you can. Yeah, this would have worked much better with the acetate. Or, oh, well, perhaps. That just came off. Never had that happen before. I just need to press it down so that it doesn't come up. Glue bottle. Well, come on. Sorry if I'm going off camera. I'm trying to stay on for you. All right. Now this can go over top. I get it. I'm going to have to stand up to get this centered just right. There we go. Okay, so that kind of looks like a window. And I'm going to attach it down on this side, on the right side. So this is going to flop open a different direction. And I'm going to put some foam tape behind there to kind of raise it up just slightly. And we're going to go from about here and over. Put 3 pieces down here. So hopefully this will be a shorter video for you today. I've been kind of going quite long lately. I myself don't mind watching a long video, but I know after a while you start, well, at least I do, start losing attention. Get that lined up and hopefully good. My strip didn't go over. Now, I have these people that I got from Tim Holtz. They're from the era that this store would have been in my town. And this is why I did the craft down here, because they're more of a sepia toned. And I want to put them on the card, kind of like that, in front of the store. So I'm going to glue these together. Okay, let's glue Mom down. Long Dad here. And then the little child. Okay, I need, oh, there's my rag. They're walking down the street, going shopping in the store. And they stopped to look in this window. Oh, I see a little piece of sticky tape sticking up over here. Okay, well, that's all right. They're going to be covered by it. Now, to put them on, since I raised this up, I'm going to put some foam tape right behind Mom's dress. And let's see. Like that. That'll raise them up. And then the rest of them, I need just a little bit behind the boy. Just a little piece. Let's get this on Dad too. Lift that up a little bit. Okay, Mom, get back over there. I think I am going to hook them together with the double-sided tape. Just to keep them from coming apart as a family. I'm not using this to stick them on the card. I'm just using this to hold the family together. All right. And then some glue behind Dad. Oops. Definitely got too much tape right there. Don't want the tape showing. Still there, my goodness. All right, let's see, that's the piece on this side. So let's just take up that piece. Well, and they're gonna stay right there. And I think a little bit of glue behind Mom's hat. All right, so when you open the card, it's gonna open this way. It says, remember, you're not getting older, you're getting better. Happy birthday. However, we have to add the element of heart. So I had these little silver hearts, and I'm thinking of putting a couple of them on here, just kind of like sequins. Not a big one. I'm thinking some little ones. I'm going to put one here. Or should we put it in the sidewalk? No, I'm thinking it's going to be under the window of the store. We'll put 3 little hearts right there. Oh, that one's crooked. Can't get them straight. And this one a smidge. Okay, that's it. My card is done. Oh, I do need to wipe off my glue. I'll do that off camera. But I hope you enjoyed this nice little flip fold card. Oh, I need to put some sticky tape down. Oh, I guess I didn't do that one corner. I thought I did. All right, where did I put my double? Put it away. Oh, this is a different kind of tape. It's not tear tape. There we go. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my thought process behind this card. It's definitely different, not my usual aesthetic, but this is what I think of when I think of Main Street and people going for a walk. Well, thank you. Have a great rest of your day.